Hello, my beautiful survivors. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever time of day it is. Thank you for joining me on my healing process. I'm still in the phases of just kind of telling you guys different ways of how your trauma could show up or how you could react to it. And this video today is mostly going to be about, well, not mostly, this video is going to be about who you vent to. This is also a reaction to the traumatic experience that you went through. Any kind of abuse, physical, mental, emotional, sexual, verbal, all of those stand as abuse. And I don't want you to allow anybody to try to downplay what you went through. The craziest thing about this video, y'all, hold on. Wait a minute. The craziest thing about this video, y'all, was that I did it already. I finished it, y'all. I edited the video. I had it all done. It was all that. And then I deleted it when I tried to post it. Why? How? I don't know. See, so today the wig is kind of fluffy. I mean, my hair is fluffy. My hair's fluffy today. Anyway, y'all, let's get into the real mess, okay? Okay, when you want to vent, if you want to vent, be careful who you talk to. That could be friends, that could be families, or that could be even the police departments, even counselors, you know what I mean? Everybody, be careful who you vent to. For one, I want to start off by saying not everybody is comfortable with venting about a traumatic experience that they went through. Remember, I was abused as a child sexually. Basically my whole from small as I can remember all the way to about 6th grade. So that whole elementary is a big part of your life. That whole time I was abused. I didn't utter a peep ever. Even when things came to light, that still wasn't me. Like, it still would have been going on because I still wouldn't have said nothing. I was terrified. Even as a teenager, abusive situations that I come in contact with, didn't say a peep. I didn't start speaking up until I was already an adult, and that was after a few situations. So before I get into the way you vent, well, when you want to vent to a friend, I want to start off by letting you know that I don't want you to internalize anything that you receive back, whether it be good or bad. Don't internalize it. You know, you need to take it in, you need to dissect it, you know, but I don't want you to let it define how you react. You have to do this on your own. Everything else is only help. You watching my videos, I'm hoping that seeing me talk about it or seeing that somebody else has been through a handful of things helps you realize that you're not alone, helps you see that you can do it, you can heal. And if you do relate, I hope that it helps you see like, okay, somebody understands me, somebody understands how I feel, somebody understands the fear, the anger, the shackles, you know, basically that the trauma puts on you. So I went through a situation where right after the situation happened, I vented to friends and family both. As a collective, they all blamed me because I danced with a guy, I was kissing on him. But when it got down to having sex, I didn't want to. But they all blamed me because before this thing happened, we were dancing with each other, kissing and all that. So everybody told me that it was my fault. Boom. That's a sign there that I should have stopped hanging out with those people. Like, for real. I should have stopped hanging out with those people, but I didn't. So if you vent to a friend about something that happened to you and their response is extremely negative, is downplaying what you went through, baby, good it. That's what you have to do. You got to cut them out. They're out of the picture. They're out of the game. They're out of the stands. They're gone. Out of the movie. Cut. Finito. Done. You've got to cut them off. Because honestly, if somebody can hear and know that you went through something so traumatic and they could downplay what you went through, or they could blame you for abuse that you had to take in, then that's somebody that you don't need to be around. You just don't. Because if you can try to be cool with them. A lot of people do. I did. That's always going to fester in your mind that you went through something traumatic, and your brain is, you're gonna want answers. Why would you and how could you make me at fault for something that happened to me? Like, how could you? Why? Because our brains already do enough of that ourselves. We start thinking about the things that led up to the situation that we could have did differently, said differently, moved differently to have prevented that. And the only time that I would say that beforehand that we are responsible is when we're faced with red flags. Flirting, not red flags. Dancing, kissing, the way you dress, accepting a ride, going to the house, hanging out. All those are not even red flags that you are about to be abused. That's just you being comfortable. That's just you being you. Red flags will be when I was leading up to my domestic violence situation, and I talked to this person about a past time that they had hit me. I know, foolish, but I talked to them and I said, I didn't like that. And, I still have hearing issues, and I still, and they laughed in my face. Like, they said I'm being dramatic and I keep bringing that up and hello. Then a few days later, the same person tried to kill me. So it's like that, ignoring those red flags, that was my fault. And I will take responsibility of that. But him deciding that he wanted to beat me for hours and choke me out and all that kind of stuff, that wasn't my fault. And that's not something that I need to internalize. You feel me? So when you discuss these kind of situations with somebody, you need to make sure, now they don't need to coddle you and stuff like that. We need a shoulder to cry on. We need arms to wrap around us. But we also need these people to be real with us. So like I said, if there were red flags that we ignore, we have to be bossed up with ourselves and be like, we ignored all that, but we still aren't responsible for the end game. We gave people the benefit of the doubt. You feel me? So if you have a friend and you let them know what happened and they like, well, why didn't you do this? And why didn't you? Because I've had that happen to me too. Why didn't you do this? Or why didn't you do that? You should know not to do this, or you should know not to do that. Like, have you even been in a situation like this before? Professor Theodore or whatever. I don't know. Like, I'm just like, yo, like, what's up? Like, and that bothered me. When people but that's going to fester in your relationship. It's going to create like a fire, because you're going to be like, bro, you really like, I'm really traumatized, and you really blame me for what I went through. You feel like people who haven't gone through these situations, they feel like this stuff is easy, bro. They feel like it's easy to tell somebody. It's easy to get out of the situation. It's easy to go to the police. They feel like this is easy, and I'm here to tell you that it's not easy. And I'm letting you know for real, because we start to think, oh, maybe it is that easy, or maybe it was that easy. Maybe you're not tripping. This is why I want you to be careful who you vent to. Big facts, and for real, you need to be very careful who you vent to, because I do not want you you already are going to be harboring a lot, and they'll become a voice in your head, a negative voice in your head. And when you think back on the situations, you'll hear that person say, well, why didn't you do this? Why you should have. So be careful who you vent to. Another way you could get a negative response is if you tell a friend or family or whoever, and they don't want to talk about it at all. They're not necessarily trying to downplay what you went through or something like that. Everybody's not equipped to acknowledge that horrible stuff like that happens in the world. Everybody's not equipped to accept that. Everybody is not equipped to handle that. And then to see that happens to somebody close to them, that in itself that's heavy, and that's a lot. You feel me? So everybody's not equipped to hear that kind of stuff and handle it and everything like that. So if they direct you to your parents, or they direct you to a counselor, and you feel like they're brushing you off, don't take it that way, because they may not be. On top of that, they may be a victim of abuse themselves, and they're just not telling you. So you think they don't want to talk about it, and you like, oh wow, like, that's really how you feel, bitch? Like, and that's not necessarily what it is. What it is that you're bringing up memories for them that they have been suppressing and hiding and acting like they don't deal with. But they do need to deal with that. Just like you need to deal with this, just like I need to deal with this, which is why we are all here. So we dealt with the people who respond to you negatively. We dealt with the people who try to just shut you out. And now we need to talk about the family. hello, family reacts in different ways. You may have a family that's ready to turn it up. Chainsaw started up, you feel me? Gasoline shaking up. Yeah, I know. I had a whole horror movie just playing in my head right now when I said all that. But the point is, you will have family that's ready to turn up with you and for you, no matter who it is. But you also may have family that is going to try to force you to brush everything under the rug and pretend nothing happened. Baby, if you think I'm finna run through this field of daffodils with you, you're wrong. I'm finna cut all these daffodils and I'm finna set the field on fire because you have me messed up. Okay? I'm not shoving nothing under the rug and I'm not pretending like stuff didn't happen. So, again, if you get a reaction like that, these are people that you need to cut off. Friends, family, I don't care who it is. If somebody disrespects you that much, they have to go. I know everybody wants you to be the bigger person or be the better person, but why somebody did something most foul to me, traumatized me, destroyed my train of thought, gave me nightmares, gave me fears that I didn't have before, but I have to be the bigger person, smile in this person's face, smile at this person, or pretend like they didn't do nothing and also try to blame myself. No, do not put that weight on yourself that these people are trying to put on you. It's not right. It's not happening. That's not how we're doing. We're not getting down like that, period. Love y'all. Not leaving, but you know. The point is, we're not finna let these people do y'all like that. So, cut anybody off. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care whose feelings are hurt or nothing like that. These people are disregarding what you went through. Something traumatic. And that's families. Also, when they do that, they open a door to let the abuser know that what they did was cool. What they did was okay. What they did, oh, baby, you didn't mean it. No, motherfucker, you meant that shit. You feel me? Like, you meant that, bro. Like, at the end of the day, period. So families that they coddle the abuser, they open doors for more family members to be abused. So you don't even know how many people it may really have happened to, because the family just keep on brushing everything under the rug. No wonder why when I stepped on that mat in the living room, I felt something poke me. It's all these little secrets and little wounds that you letting people pretend it's not happening. No. So everybody could go. Everybody could go. Next, we're going to talk about if you decide to go to the police. Again, don't internalize it. Don't take it personally, babe. My heart goes out to you. If you do decide to speak up and you decide to speak to the police, same thing as if you decide to speak up to friends or family members or anything like that, the response will be unknown. When the person with my domestic violence case, the first few times that they hit me and everything, I never said anything. And then when the police asked me like why, I was like, what proof did I have? There was no bruises on my body. There was no swelling. So it's just he said, she said. So you know how that is, you know, even with proof sometimes, we, just to be honest, like, even they feel like we're being dramatic when we go through stuff like this. They feel like we overplay, they downplay what we went through. Don't let nobody downplay it. So before you speak to anybody, if you thinking about it or anything, just go in knowing that you don't want nobody to downplay what you went through, because you know what you experienced. You know what it felt like. You know the flashes, the dreams, the memories, the fears. You know what's developed after that. Don't let anybody try to downplay. I don't care who it is. It could be your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your grandpa, the police, the doctor that you go see, the counselor. Don't let anybody downplay what you went through, because what you went through hurt you. It hurt. It made you angry. It made you sad. It made you confused. And that's okay. I need you to allow yourself to feel all of these things. And I need you to, be careful who you talk to. And if you do talk to someone and they give you a negative response, they gotta go. For your mental state, for your strength, for your healing. You don't care about me. You let me hurt. You hurt me more by blaming me for something that hurt me. Like, don't let anybody try to downplay anything that you ever went through. When I talk about my situation, sometimes I noticed people like smirking or laughing or making little jokes, and I'm like, I'm really gonna trip on you, because I'm already going through a lot and you're fucking me up by just like making it like it's a joke or something. So since I'm a fucking joke, you can fucking step. That's how I feel. Now, Before would I feel like that? No. I'd have been timid. I would have been scared. I hung out with people who blamed me for being raped. Well, you shouldn't have kissed him. You shouldn't have danced with him. You shouldn't have did this. You shouldn't have did that. Like, and I still hung out with them after that. Foolish. Like, you know, and the police, you don't know how to, like I was saying, I got way off track. You don't know how they're going to react to you. You can go tell them, you can do the reports, you can do everything you need to do. As long as you try. If you want to try, then try. But I don't want you to hold any expectations for what you're going to receive. A lot of women are let down when they go to law enforcement. Okay? So, I want you to make sure that if you do decide to talk to the law, which I am all for it, I think it's a great job, because don't go in with any expectations, because it could be amazing, you know, they got your back, or it could be like, what the fuck, I wasted a lot of time coming here to talk to you guys and you did nothing. You feel me? So it's kind of a balancing act. So I want you to go in there with zero expectations. That way, if they on BS and they don't help you like you want to be helped, you're not disappointed. And if they do help you in a way that you've been looking to be helped, you feel appreciated, you'll feel heard, and it'll make you feel a little more safer, a little more secure. Again, I want you to remember that you can talk to me if you want to talk to me. You can DM me, email me, whatever the case may be. I'm here to listen. If you want to throw out how you feel and you want to see if somebody else understands, please reach out to me, because I've been through a lot. So that's what I'm here for. That's what this is for, making myself transparent so that other people know that it's not just them. Okay? And I hope this makes you feel better, because this is something I do. I look for stuff like this to make me feel better, So I want you to know that you are strong, you are a survivor, and thank you for watching me heal through my journey, and I'm excited to see you headed towards your healing too, okay?